It's a new week on the Brad Show. I'm Brad Stefani, your host, and we're going to get started right away. So we should probably roll the opening. There's no more Amber. She's actually not a regular anymore, but she will be a recurring cast member. Ramsey's coming back next week, and the rest of the cast is here. So let's get started. Opening, roll it. We open up with Do It Yourself with Ashley, and she breaks it down step by step exactly how to do it yourself. Last week it was making your face as beautiful as possible. This week, what other things can we make beautiful about ourselves? Let's find out. Or it might be something healthy. Again, we should probably find out. Ashley, take it away.
Really? Buses have to be making all this noise? Hi guys, so for this week's DIY, I'm going to stick towards a little bit of health and food related stuff for a little bit, and I'm going to go back to beauty and fashion ever so randomly. So for this week I have a DIY healthy fruit popsicle. These popsicles are vegan and they are so delicious and very good for you. So if you want to know how to make these popsicles, please keep watching. So for this healthy DIY popsicle stick, we are going to be needing a NutriBullet or any sort of blender of your choice. We have some chia seeds back there, which is definitely optional. It's just high in omega-3s, fiber, antioxidants, so that's just good to add in there. We have some water back there. We have banana, strawberry, and pineapple. And here we have just like little popsicle makers. I just got this from the dollar store. So for my first popsicle, I just want to do a fully strawberry one, and I'm going to be adding some chia seeds in there and some water, and we're just going to be blending that all together. Now we are just going to be pouring in our mixture into our little molder. For this one, I'm just going to be doing a strawberry banana popsicle. I'm not going to add chia seeds in on this one, just whatever is like around the perimeter from the first one I did.
I have you breathing down my neck. I don't know what you can possibly expect under this condition. So I'll wait for the ambulance to come pick us up off the floor. Tell me how anybody thinks under this condition. So slow down. This night's a perfect shade of dark blue, dark blue. Have you ever been alone in a crowded room? Well, I'm here with you. I said the world could be burning, just burning down. Dark blue. Have you ever been alone in a crowded room? Well, I'm here with you. I said the world could be burning till there's nothing but.
So this is what the popsicles look like. We have two strawberry, a strawberry banana, and a pineapple. I'm going to try the pineapple. Oh my god, it looks so cute! And it tastes really, really good too. So I really hope you guys try these popsicles out at home because they are so delicious, and it's really good for spring and summertime is coming because I know it's going to get a lot hotter, and this will just be very refreshing. So I'll talk to you guys later in my next video. Back to you, Brad.
Math facts are so essential for a week that we figure out exactly what is fact and fiction. This guy doesn't lie when he says something because it comes from I want to say a reliable source. him. Let's take a look. Matt Facts are next.
Thanks, Brad. It is finally time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, time for what, you ask? Well, Matt's Facts, of course. Let's get to it. First of all, it's impossible for humans to breathe and swallow at the same time. Now, go ahead and try it. If you somehow defy life, let us know in the comments below. You get a special prize of some sort. Good luck. Next, goldfish has teeth in its throat. Right here. And there. No, not the cheese cracker, but an actual goldfish. You know, the one that every kid won at the county fair in that ball game where you just threw a ball into a fish tank and you won that fish. Pretty cool, right? My final fact, all the blinking you do in one day equates to having your eyes closed for about 30 minutes. It just goes to show you how frequently you really do blink. It's quite amazing, really. Well, that's all the time I have. So until next week, thanks for watching, guys.
Rants. When I think of rants and people yelling, I think of Steve. Because Steve said so, and like I always say, Steve, we want to know why.
Whoa, jump cup. Sorry, in my wild gyrating of my hands, I accidentally paused my recording. And I don't have time to start the whole segment from the beginning, so we're just going to do this in 2 takes. Anyways, I really need to write a script on this stuff. I really need to start doing that. That way I won't have these freezes and these pauses and the ugh. Anyways, you know why they did this to the Star Wars universe, expanded universe? So they could do whatever they wanted with the movie, with the new movie, and they don't have to hold to the original canon at all. Yeah, there is the benefit where that they can do this and it doesn't ruin the story that we've already known, but since the story we already known isn't relevant anymore, what's really the point? Most people probably wouldn't be angry about this, but think of it like this. Let's say you're a sports fan. What if the NFL or your favorite sports team said, oh guys, guess what? The seasons, the records that happened from this year to this year, they don't exist anymore. That's not real baseball. That's not real football. That's not real whatever the sport you like. They're gone. It's irrelevant. The players that you knew from those eras, the stats, the championship games, the lore, irrelevant. Legends are gone. Nope. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Hurts, don't it? Now apply that to anything you may like. Anything you may be interested in. And suddenly it's gone. Maybe then you'll understand my anger. Good evening, Brad Show fans. Hey guys, what's up? It's Steven here with another week of 'Cause Steve Said So. Now the past couple of weeks I've done more intelligent rambles on things that have happened in the news or in society, and they've been more serious. This week I want to go back to 'Cause Steve Said So's roots. Now, I did say that there will be an occasional angry rant, and sometimes I might do consecutive angry rants. It's basically, I want to mix things up a little. This week, I want to rant about, well, as you all know, Star Wars is a pretty popular media franchise. There are 7 movies, 6 real movies, and then that movie that's animated. And then you have the TV shows, both the 5-minute shorts on the cartoons, and then the more regular 30-minute cartoon series. But then there are also lots of what's called the Star Wars Expanded Universe. And that mainly consists of, well, technically the Expanded Universe is anything but the movies, but for the sake of argument, we'll say it's all the printed works and the video games. It's the books, it's the comic book / graphic novels, and it's the video games. It's all Expanded Universe. If you don't know already, that Star Wars just announced earlier this week or last week that as of that moment, the Expanded Universe is no longer considered regular Star Wars canon. That's right, no longer canon. What that means is it's no longer part of the primary storyline. It still exists, and they're still obviously going to sell it because, well, let's face it, there's stuff in in the expanded universe that far exceeds anything in the prequel trilogy or in the animated series on the TV shows. Why? Why do you do this to us, Star Wars? I don't know if this is LucasArts' decision? Lucasfilm's decision, excuse me. They already got rid of LucasArts. I don't know if this is Lucasfilm's decision or this was Disney coming down from on high and telling them to do this. But basically, to the average casual moviegoer or Star Wars fan, this isn't going to affect them that much. But to those of us, and yes, there are a lot of us out there that like the expanding universe, like the novels, this basically ruins any kind of significance they had to the storyline. Now, they're still good books. I will still read them. I'm sure most of us will. And I'm sure a lot of us will probably just disregard what Disney has done here. But as it stands, they could have ruined Star Wars for us. I think we'll get over it eventually. We'll still be bitter about it, but we won't be as angry about it. And obviously we're probably still going to pay money and go see the movie and whatnot, but you know what this does? Star Wars fans that were watching this, you know what we lose? We lose Grand Admiral Thrawn. We lose Mara Jade. We lose... I'm trying to think here. We lose way too many good things. We lose the X-Wing series. Okay, we lose Han and Leia getting married. Okay, we lose all of that. It's gone. Now, obviously, there are some good things that come from this. The New Jedi Order series was never really that good, and it kind of jumped the shark a little. It's the Legacy, Star Wars Legacy, which takes place after New Jedi Order, just makes things worse. So there is some good to it. And let's face it, there are some weak points, like Star Wars The Crystal Star, The New Rebellion, that just are good books. They're just not as big blockbusters like what the Grand Admiral Thrawn series was. But if you ask me, the bad outweighs the good in this decision. We lose far too much in this decision. And people are asking, why did they do this? Why did they change Star Wars like this? Well, it's a very simple fact. This way, they can make the new movie, wherever the movie is. I haven't even seen the cast of the new movie, but I heard it sucks, by the way. I don't know. I need to look at it. But they basically are doing this so that we can... sorry, I drew a blank there. I really need to...
Jessica went on a trip to the Dells. Let's see if her how-to has to deal with vacationing, perhaps. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, Jessica here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit of how to enjoy Disney or like Pixar animated films as an adult. A lot of people tend to think, oh, like not a lot of people, but some people are like, I'm not going to watch those are kids' films. You are sadly mistaken. You can definitely enjoy those films as an adult. I feel like they put a lot of adult humor in there for the adults that have to sit through them with their children, and it is definitely worth watching to just hear some of those jokes, especially even if it's like a movie that you saw when you were a kid and you watch it now as an adult. You're going to catch on to things that you never caught on to before. Another thing that I really love about Disney movies and Pixar movies is those little hidden idols. If you go online and like type in like the secret Disney hidden objects in their different movies, they have like different characters and things from other movies, like hidden within other movies, if that makes sense at all. Like I think Nemo, like you can see like a little Nemo toy in one of the movies or something like that. It's really kind of cool, even like years before movies were even like made or thought of or anything. It's kind of cool. I absolutely love the movies with music in them too. Learn all the words and sing along, okay? That is like definitely my favorite part of Disney movies as an adult. Learning all the words, the right words, maybe not. And singing along to the songs, especially if no one else is home. You can act like a total fool when you do it. But I highly encourage you all to watch Disney movies or Pixar movies as an adult. I feel like you can still really enjoy them as an adult. And to go along with that humor one, I think the funniest, like, animated film that has, like, a lot of good adult humor would be the Shrek movies. Those have some inappropriate humor in them that adults can really enjoy and understand. And it's not just the first one, it's like the second and third one have a lot of good, like, adult humor in them. So I highly encourage you all to spend this weekend, because I think the weather's going to be kind of crummy, to watch Disney movies and enjoy them as an adult. And I will see you guys next week.
When I think of movies and I think of 5-star movie reviews, I think of Alex. Because he goes to a lot of movies and he spends a lot of money on movies. This guy's a movie buff and we're glad to have him on the show. Here's Alex's 5-star movie reviews.
Hey guys, this is Alex from Alex's 5-star reviews, and this week we're going to be doing Brick Mansions. So the movie takes place in Detroit in the future. Due to gang violence and drug trafficking, all of the criminals are locked up in this type of ghetto called Brick Mansions. It's walled up district of Detroit, and the only way out of there is through government clearance or the city clearance. Meanwhile, our main character, Paul Walker, who plays Damien Collier, detective, has to track down Tremaine Alexander, the main drug trafficker and crime lord in Brick Mansions, who's played by the rapper RZA. And in order to track him down, he has to get somebody from the inside to show him how to track down and capture him, who is played by David Bell, who plays Lino Dupree. And even though they're working to get RZA, they kind of form a love-hate relationship, but they end up becoming good friends at the end of the movie. Getting into the critical part, what I liked about the movie is this is one of Paul Walker's last movies. One of my childhood heroes from Fast and Furious. It's just so weird to see him in a movie after he's been dead. And I think it's going to be even weirder after Fast and Furious 7 comes out, because it's going to be the last movie he's supposed to be in. Other than that, another reason you should see this movie is all the parkour stunts done by David Bell, who is Lino Dupree. Really good choreography in this movie with the fight scenes using Dupree's parkour. And what I can finally say with this movie is, with the action and it also shows how corrupt the city is. I know you may think this is a regular action flick, but you gotta wait till you see the end of the movie, because there is a true twist to this. And what I would rate this is, I really don't think that Rotten Tomatoes did this movie justice, so I'm going to give this review 4 out of 5 stars. Considering this is the last movie that Paul Walker did, and I don't get why you would make this like less of an action movie than what it was, because even though it was a remake from the French movie B-13, it doesn't mean that you should knock it off because it was a remake. So that's basically where I stand on that, and that's my review. Back to you, Brad.
Finally, it's time to end the show with some Al's advice, and he's giving you the advice you need for your week. Him and Matt should have a segment together. Facts, advice, all of it helps our weeks. Let's take a look. Al, take it away.
How's it going, bros? It's time for Al's advice. Feel free to slap me after that, because I totally stole that intro. Anyway, how you guys doing? It's time for another week of Al's advice and another more frantic thing for people to listen to. I don't know. Anyway, people seem to like me. Anyway, this week's topic shall be a little interesting. So, as it's probably true for most of you watching this, finals week is coming up, assuming you're in class, which you should be. You should be in class and not watching me talk about class. You should be actually studying class. Stop watching me go to class. Okay, fine, you're still here. Anyway, so this week's topic, group projects. You know, those things where people work together and try to come up with some sort of mishmash idea, and it doesn't either work, or comes together in some sort of amazing collaboration of talent and uniqueness that just makes everyone cry and wish you were they, them, you, whatever. That totally didn't sound right. I don't care. So, example time. Group projects. Now, in my experience, there's only been a couple things. There's the projects that work really well, and there are the projects that don't really work really well. I really haven't had much of an experience for middle grounds, unfortunately. So, say you've got some people represented by these glasses of milk. And then you've got another dude that wants to mix with these talents. Product placement. But then, say you've got another person that will just pop up randomly and say, dude, I want to join your group. For those of you that cannot read backward, this is horseradish. And then, so, this can go one of two ways. Either A, it's going to work in some sort of amazingly cool thing, like, say, A and B, which generally work more often than not, because, think about it. If you got two people that work really well together, and then they actually end up combining their talents into something, then over time, their talents will combine, just like Power Rangers or whatever, I don't know, and then they'll create something awesome. And delicious. And everybody will love it. Unless you choke on it. But if you have another group, take two. If you have another group that tries to combine the talents, this probably won't end so well. Why? Well, oh, God. That's an outtake right there. But oh Jesus, if you have another group that doesn't work so well together, the whole thing will just blow up in your face, and it won't work. The same can also be said for the people that just kind of do their own thing, or the groups that refuse to work well together. Now, here's what I advise. If you're going to pick a group, then pick one who has, at the very least, similar interests, because that means you can connect with your partner and that you can know that, okay, so if I try to do A, chances are they will like A, and this will work. If you want to go out on a limb, then you can pick something you're different from, or someone you don't know that well. Now, this, again, has a higher chance of being situation B as opposed to situation A, but luck happens, you know? Essentially, I would advise just going with what you're comfortable with and essentially go with your gut. If something doesn't feel right about a group, or if something doesn't feel right about the partner you're working with, then cut it off before it gets too involved and find someone else that you think you could mesh with. Or you could just wing it and see what happens. That's entirely up to you. But I would say go with who you trust and someone that you think would work well with you, because that would probably be the best outcome. But that's all my advice for the week. And now I've got a request for you bros. I'm starting to run out of ideas for advice. We've done, 40 some odd episodes so far? Something like that. And I've been doing a lot longer than that for the old series. And this is the new series, so we've been going for quite a while now. And I'm starting to run out of ideas. So, what I want you guys to do in the comments below or on Facebook, I want you to give me ideas. Give me something that you want me to give advice for. And I will incorporate as many ideas as I can into our next showing. So, that's what happens when you get a bad group. You get gas from bad groups. Don't pick bad groups. That's all for my segment. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
And we're going to conclude today's show by letting you know that Ramsey's coming back next week, like I said. Steve gets the week off, so yeah, we'll be running like that. And like us on our Facebook page by searching The Brad Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel below. And go to our Twitter at @the_Brad_show. We're going to have a viewer's choice request week coming up, but we have our first themed week in 2 episodes, which is 90s themed. So that's going to be cool. I can't wait for the retro turnout of that episode. All segments revolve around the 90s. And the whole cast is going to be here for it. This is going to be even better. I'm Brad Stefani. I'm out of here. Take care, guys.